Welcome to the Who's Where Payroll Data Aggregation Functionality Overview. In this presentation, we will review the basic payroll data aggregation features of Who's Where. Employers with multiple payroll systems, locations, or EINs know the headaches associated with consolidating payroll data to support HR and benefit administration operations. Who's Where makes the complex process of aggregating all your payroll data simple, no matter how many or which vendors you work with. Then we give you the tools to easily identify items that need your attention and the means to take action, all without having to move to a different system. Calculating employee benefit eligibility, generating timely benefit enrollment notifications, facilitating the funding of benefit plan contributions, consolidating and accessing employee census information, it can all be done with Who's Where's payroll data aggregation solution. Let's take a look. As locations upload their payroll files into Who's Where, the system becomes a centralized data warehouse of information, which can be used for functions like tracking benefit plan eligibility and participation and invoicing for benefit contributions. The executive dashboard pictured here is used to provide an overview of plan participation, including a quick view of employees who are eligible and not enrolled, or even enrolled and not eligible. Employers can easily see if any action needs to be taken to avoid the risk of penalties and to ensure employees are receiving the benefits for which they are eligible. The executive dashboard also provides an overview of any pending, failed, or completed invoices for all locations, as well as showing which employers haven't created invoices on time or have created invoices but haven't authorized them for payment. Also visible is an overview of any employers that are late in uploading their payroll files into Who's Where, allowing organizational users to ensure that data stays current. In Who's Where, employers can drill down to further detail by simply clicking on any underlined number. Who's Where provides the ability to set up email templates for each of the categories that we just viewed on the executive dashboard. This provides organizational users with the ability to send reminder notifications to employers regarding benefit eligibility items, missing or late invoices, and missing or late payroll file uploads. In this example, the organization is sending a notification to an employer with employees who are eligible but who are not enrolled, which could affect the timeliness of their contributions. The user simply clicks on the button at the bottom of the page, and Who's Where sends out the reminder email. Note that the system also tracks if and when an email has already been sent for each employee. Who's Where stores demographic data for all employees on their general information page. Basic data elements like name, social security number, address, and more are imported directly from payroll files and update automatically in Who's Where if a change is imported, ensuring that parallel data exists between employer payroll systems and Who's Where. Certain data elements are also completely configurable. For example, an organization can create a master list of positions, and every employer that uploads data into Who's Where will be compelled to choose one position from that master list to categorize each of their employees in Who's Where, bringing a high level of standardization to data from disparate locations. The data on an employee's general information page can be particularly useful when employees contact the organization directly with a question about something like their benefit eligibility status. Oftentimes, those sorts of questions can't be easily answered without a review of an employee's data, such as their position or scheduled weekly hours. All of this becomes available at the click of a mouse with Who's Where. Employee payroll data is stored in Who's Where and gets augmented with each payroll file uploaded by their employer. Pictured here is a summary level view of an employee's data through the years, with a detailed pay record level view showing hours, deduction values, pay period dates, and more available by clicking on any given year. Note that because Who's Where contains data from multiple locations within a single organization, this screen is able to identify if an employee worked any hours at another employer within the organization. This can be tremendously useful for identifying shared employees between locations, which can oftentimes be entirely unknown to employers that are only dealing with their individual location. Who's Where contains a multitude of available reports that can be run for one location, all locations, or a selection of locations. Pictured here is the Employee Demographics Report, which can display values like names, social security numbers, addresses, dates of birth, employment status designations, and much more. There are also reports available for payroll data, invoice data, benefit eligibility and enrollment data, workers' comp, and much more. These reports can be useful for all sorts of benefit administration and HR functions, such as auditing employee salary type designations, making sure minimum wages are being paid, reviewing positions and job titles for standardization, accessing individual payroll records, and much more. All reports are also exportable to Excel, allowing for detailed analysis as needed. Thank you for viewing this payroll data aggregation overview. To speak with a Whosware representative about your specific needs or to learn more about additional product features, contact us at 888-561-2072, option 41, or email sales@points-north